Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. First, my disclaimer. In no way, shape, or form am I sponsored, endorsed, or ambassador by any of the products or the companies in which I speak about. I solely speak about them out of the goodness of my heart. I share them with you, my YouTube community, who I also consider my faraway friends. In no way am I affiliated with any content creator, vlogger, or blogger of any kind. Now go check out the video. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. Have a great day. Everybody, happy Saturday. It's Saturday. Please excuse my voice. I am going through a little allergy thing today. My throat is clear, but yet it feels like it's not clear. And I have to keep doing that. I'm having my tea in my Halloween cup. You've seen it. I think you've seen this. I think I showed it to you yesterday. Well, let me recap. I'm sitting in this angle right now with this background. And the reason why I'm doing that, even though the tree is here, is because when I sit this way, going this way, the shadow from the camera on the tripod is like affecting this part here. It's showing a black shadow. And that's because of the light behind it coming from the door. So I decided to shift and turn, okay? I think it looks better. Anyhow, my countertop's a mess. I do have to clean everything, which I will clean it. Anyway, it's life, folks. I live here. So yesterday was Friday. I did stop off at Hot Topic. And I went to Hot Topic because I wanted to pre-order the sweat jacket that I was showing. I didn't show you guys, but it's a Fantasia 85th anniversary sweat jacket, totally embroidered and everything. It's beautiful royal blue color. It's gorgeous. Mickey on the back embroidered with the Fantasia. It's just awesome. How ironic and uncanny it is that it matches. It would match perfect with that Primark bag that I have, the Fantasia bag. So recapping with that. Anyway, but if my husband, because my husband is treating me for my birthday for that sweatshirt. So that sweatshirt right now is not pre-order. It will be available to ship sometime next month in September. So I will have it before my birthday, which is nice in October. And it's gonna be good. So I have that and the bag. Perfect. But, I have other bags at home that I would like to match an outfit or something nice or something cute. Now, I don't do the cosplay. We know this. I am not into cosplay, but I am into bounding. But I bound in a different way to where the colors blend to where I am dressed more normal for New York City and not to stand out and look any kind of stupid. Because people give stares, people give, like weird looks. I have had that happen when I came back from Disney World with a Disney World shirt. Yeah, because you could just see that I fell out of the state of Florida and I staggered back into New York, and I'm still in the Disney World vibe. Well, people around you in your state don't get that or they don't want that. And I could totally understand that. It's like the vibe is like, it's not the same vibe. We all know that. We've gone through it. As a matter of fact, there is a vlogger that is in her own home state. I think I mentioned this, her own home state town now of Jersey. She went back home to Jersey for a little bit, and she is doing food reviews around her Jersey area. Cute. But she even mentioned, and I'm going to re-mention this, she even mentioned the fact that she was getting like stares. She says, it's like I have two heads. She says, no, the people in your own hometown, your people in your state do not understand the Disney vibe. Do not, your vacation vibes are your vacation vibes. They are left there. When you come back home, you have to transition. And it usually takes me and my husband. I don't know if it takes my husband because he talks about it. He could talk about it for 24 hours a day. It takes me at least 2 weeks to decompress and reprogram myself back into my New York City life as opposed to what I had in Disney. It was always that way. I think we all go through it, like that Disney withdrawal. No, I don't do withdrawals. I do the transition, okay? I get rid of it for now, and I am back, my mind's set back in New York and everything. So I want that. I don't want to go around in a polka-dotted red dress. Tell me your Minnie Mouse without telling me your Minnie Mouse. Now, I don't do that shit, okay? I just don't. I don't. I make it more subtle. And I've done that over the years. So what I wanted to do was, I said to my husband, I texted him, he said, you get the sweatshirt? I said, yeah. I said, I'm going to stop into Primark. He thought I was stopping into Primark for the Fantasia bag. He says, get the backpack. I said, you know what? Nah, I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm happy with what I have, the bag that I have now. I think that's it. I'm going to, like I said, I'm very selective in what I get right now as far as Disney stuff is concerned. But, I am always for the Disney inspiring thing. So I said, I'm going to stop at the Primark just to look around. Okay, fine. They have a lot of Wednesday Addams stuff. They have some gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. They have a tumbler cup. The tumbler cup, and I did not post a picture of it yet. It is amazing. It is amazing. I am not into this show that much in order to say, oh my God, I have to have Wednesday Addams everything. They have a backpack of Wednesday Addams, the backpack alone. It is gorgeous. It reminds you of a haunted mansion. It reminds you of it's got that gothic vibe anyway, but this reminds you of the haunted mansion. It's amazing. And that's also $23. It's amazing. But am I into it? No. They have hair accessories and the I like the headband. I'll be honest with you. I really like the headband. But it says Wednesday across. Everything says Wednesday on it. But I think it's really cool. The whole Wednesday line that has come out, has been released at Primark is really amazing. I'll give you that. It really is. It's really cool. The cup is bothering me. Then of course they only have certain things of Nightmare Before Christmas is starting to pop out. Now, I have a beautiful little Jack Skellington crossbody phone case from last year. It's amazing. I did not pick up the backpack in that set. So there's certain things that I like. This year, I did see the Jack and Sally bags. My location does not have them yet, but yet they have the makeup bag that matches the original, that set. I don't know what's going on. Actually, I do know what's going on, but I can't come out and you already know my thoughts on this. Okay? Things are coming out in dribs and drabs, but yet other locations have the new set. We only have a piece of the set. Draw your own conclusions. Anyhow, I went into Primark looking around. Now, and I showed you this last week, I have this backpack from the Disney French Riviera Resort. Never stayed there, but I liked the bag. Okay, we all know the story. I told you guys the story. I love the detail. I love the plaque on it. I love the plaque on the bow. Riviera Resort. Love this. Hopefully this doesn't come off. No, it won't. Because it was kind of loose, but I think that's the looseness of it. Sparkles. Now, I'm not a fan of pink, but I am willing to overlook that for this. I'm willing to put up with it. And this is a pale pink. It's not a heavy Pepto-Bismol color pink. It's just a pale pink. So I wanted something. Now I could get a Minnie Mouse shirt, Mickey Mouse shirt. I wanted something with a French theme to it to match this bag. So I want to take the tags off. This bag, by the way, back then, when did I get this? 2019, 2022. I think I got it 2019. It was $85. Now those were the days for a Loungefly bag. Okay. The Loungefly bags you see now the Halloween bag, the orange bag. I don't know if you guys saw the new orange bag with the ears, orange bag, Loungefly. It's quilted. It's just a plain, it's like this color orange. It's a cute bag. It really is. Is it worth the price tag that Loungefly is now slapping on it? And I'm going to blame them for it because they're the ones that priced it, but is it worth $100? I don't think so. I don't think any of those bags anymore are worth $100. I just can't accept that, and I won't do that. Probably 2 weeks after Halloween, or even a couple of days after Halloween, you're probably going to find that at the Character Warehouse down there. Okay, for $45. If you want to take a shot, I would hold off for that. I know it's after Halloween, but you could wear that bag for almost anything. You could wear it for spring, Halloween. You could wear it for November, October. October's Halloween anyway, but I'm just saying November. It has quite a few uses, quite a few seasons you can get away with that. But it's not worth $100. I don't think so. I don't own one of a Loungefly quilted bag. I don't. But it's a cute bag. It's a nice color. I like the color. It's just a plain orange. That's it. No all over print, nothing. And the quilt design on it. It's really cute. It is. But not the $100. So this one was the good old days, $85. So this is one of the last babies right here, I consider. So, anyway, I wanted something with the Frenchness, French theme, Riviera style. I passed by the night shirts, the nightwear, evening wear. Okay, and I'm not talking about evening gowns. I'm talking about pajamas. So I decided to, and I had my eye on something because I seen it a while back, and I went, gee, oh, that would be so cool. Wouldn't that be funny if I did that? Well, yesterday I did do that. And I figured to have something nice in the bag. I picked a nightshirt. Now, you know the story of me where my mother-in-law bought me many years ago a night shirt that was like a night dress. It was a dress. We got it in the pajama section. I think it was a Liz Claiborne dress. And it was pink. It was pink, however. It wasn't a dark pink. It would have gone good with this bag, as a matter of fact. I don't have it anymore, obviously. It had a front pocket, and I wound up telling her that I was going to wear it. I said, I could get away with that, wearing that outside. She says, get the hell out of here. I said, no, watch. I said, I'll do it too. And it wasn't until we went back to Disney World that year, and my husband and I, along with a few other family members, went to an Italian restaurant, and I wore that dress. It was adorable. It was adorable. It was adorable. I had my hair, my hair was nice. And I had a little white bag. And I had a pair of little white flat shoes. Oh my God, those shoes were so comfortable. And slip-on shoes, they were adorable. And then the outfit was good. And then I took pictures. And it wasn't until I showed her, but she did not believe me until I showed her this picture. I presented her the picture. She said, oh God, oh my God. She goes, then she loved it because she saw it all put all together, Anyway, I don't have a full frontal shot of that. I know I must have it somewhere, but the shot that I posted on my Instagram page, it only gives us from the waist up because we were actually sitting in the restaurant at that point. I know I have a shot of it somewhere. I know I do. But anyhow, thinking back of that, I said, you know what? If I did it once, I could do it again. Yeah. I mean, I've actually wore night stuff outside. There's a Mickey Mouse Disney pullover. That's one of those kind of like the snugglies, like you would sit on the couch. It has like a hood. You technically you wear it in the house. I wore it out to the diner one morning. I did, so I got away with that too. Anyway, I says if I could do it once, I could do it again. So I present to you the night shirt, but I won't wear it with, just with my legs out as a dress. I won't do that. I will wear a pair of light gray leggings, and I do have the light pair. Gray light leggings. As a matter of fact, capris would go cute with this, and my sneakers. I present to you part of the rest of my Riviera themed collection. Check it out. Is this not the cutest? Look at that. Look at that picture. Is that not the cutest, folks? Look at that. So this is the night shirt that I will wear with my Riviera style bag, and I think it is cute. And this night shirt was $16. I got a medium in this because these things ran a little bit big, and I love it. I grabbed a large, and I went, nah, that thing's gonna be swimming off of me this time. So I just grabbed a medium, and the medium is still pretty big, so it's good. But the back of it says this, and I'm willing to overlook that. This is the back of the shirt, and that's okay. That's okay. I can do that. But still, the front of the shirt is the front that I was going for, and I think that is adorable. That is going to match beautifully. I think so. Isn't that cute? Only I would think of doing some shit like this, really, I tell you. But I wanted to use the bag. The bag has been sitting here for a certain amount of years, and that's it. So this was $16. So I will wash it tomorrow, and me and my husband go out on Tuesday when we go to the diner. I'm going to be wearing that. I'm going to take a picture of me in the outfit, absolutely. Say you are inspired by the French Riviera without saying you're inspired by the French Riviera. Never mind. I'm silly today. I had a pretty good sleep. I did have a terrible, terrible headache last night. Very much. Then my husband notifies me. And he says, okay, you got the sweat jacket. I says, I pre-ordered the sweat jacket at Box Lunch. And he says, oh, good. He says, by the way, he says, I ordered something, and it's another birthday gift for you. He says, but don't look at the package. He says, if you get the package before I come home, wait till I come home. He said, because, I want to open it. Absolutely. I couldn't understand what it was. We have things saved in my Amazon wish list. I do. And these are things that I joke around that I want when I hit the number. I says I have a whole list of things that I want to get when I hit the number. I want to, treat myself to something. And one day that'll happen. Okay, it hasn't happened yet, but it will happen. I mean, it's going to happen. Anyway, so my husband ordered something through Amazon, and I was already out at the mall, so I wasn't home to, see anything. He says, and don't look at the app either, because I don't want, and I swear to you, I did not do that. I mean, I would not do that. So he said, don't do that. Okay, fine. I had a few things in mind as of what he may have ordered, what he would have. He was placing an order for himself anyway. So this item was not supposed to come until today, Saturday. It actually came yesterday when I was at the mall. He writes back, he says, when he told me, he says, it's not supposed to be here until Saturday. Okay, well, about 10 minutes later, he wrote back, he says, by the way, he says, your package is also coming today along with mine. I says, oh, okay, that's nice. Whatever. And he knew I wanted this. And I go to stores, and the frickin' stores are just unbelievable. Well, obviously, the store didn't have it. I did go to the store a few weeks before because I wanted to see it in person, and they didn't have it. And I was like, wow, why do we have stores in a way, And that's another thing with my mall that's happening with the stores. More stores are closing. They did close. Spirit Halloween popped up yesterday, and I'll have a little story for that in a minute. So last night, here comes the packages. Now, the package was supposed to be here between 2 and 6. It did not show up, folks, until 8 o'clock. we're in bed watching TV by this time, But then, the package comes. And don't you think the Amazon guy didn't even bring it into the hallway? He left it out by the, when you first come into the building, the little section where you ring the bells to get in, the vestibule. That's where he was. He didn't even put it in the lobby. And he didn't even ring the friggin' bell. My husband had to look at it on the Amazon. He says, oh, it was delivered. I said, but do you really think at 8 o'clock at night they're going to actually ring the bell? They're just going to plop it and leave it. So, which they did. I was right on that. But I present to you something that I really did want. And I went to the store to get this, and they didn't have it. This thing weighs a ton. I present to you, being that we have never been there on property, but we do have a closeness to it. We watch other people's memories through it. And we watch the man who created it himself. I present to you the new book, The Happiest Place on Earth, Incredible Story of Walt Disney's Disneyland. This book weighs a ton. I didn't even think this book was that big. It's a coffee table book, folks, but I wouldn't put it on my coffee table because it would shatter my glass. Anyway, this is it. I believe this is an updated version of an original book that they had. It really came in great condition. It wasn't wrapped or anything. It wasn't wrapped in plastic. It was just in the bottom of the box. And it had some brown paper. And it says here, Forward by Bob Iger. And I was a little pissed off to see that, but that's okay. So this is it. Okay. Now, I also want to point out to you two gentlemen that are on here. Don Hahn and Christopher Merritt. Okay. There's a little story about them. And they were Disney Imagineers. They were, they wrote books in the past. They did a lot of things with Disney. It has seemed as of now, Christopher Merritt, we don't know if he was fired or he actually left on his own, but there was a parting of ways with the Disney company. I believe it was just after this book. So if you go on that Park Place, I'm sure you will see the story. As a matter of fact, probably on the bottom of this in my comments, I can pin that video. Have a good laugh, folks, because these two guys are no longer with the Disney company. You know where they've been summoned to? Yeah. Universal picked them up. Way to go. Good for you. Good for you. Absolutely. So I did not even know that. Well, I pre-ordered this book. I didn't have it pre-ordered, but I put it in the wish list. So my husband was the one that just looked at my wish list and picked this as a gift. He said, this is your other birthday gift. I said, thank you very much. So it's this in the sweat jacket. This is a beautiful, beautiful book. Really, it does weigh its ton. I love the back here because it says, to all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land, by the words of the famous person who created this park. Now, I have a closeness to Disneyland, even though I've never set foot on property, but Walt Disney did. You know, I mean, just the fact that he celebrated his 30th anniversary with Lillian at the Golden Horseshoe. They have the Golden Horseshoe. We have the Diamond Horseshoe. I don't know if you guys even realize that. He celebrated that over there. I mean, you know, he's walked on property. He's ridden in the cars. The man was there. So that's the closeness. That's as close. So sorry, phone cut off again. I take a lot of videos and pictures on my phone, so I had to keep getting rid of some. Anyway, you know, Walt Disney. That's as close as to Walt Disney as you're going to get to setting on Disneyland property, is to walk his walk, to walk in his shoes. Bob Gurr is the closest you're ever going to get to meeting Walt Disney. Okay? So, I may have gotten that backwards. We have the Golden Horseshoe Saloon. I think Disneyland has the Diamond Horseshoe Saloon. Did I say that first off? Anyway, okay. The book is well illustrated. I skimmed through it. I will be reading every page of this book. That's what I do. I have the one for Disney World also. So, but anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to post that video. I'm going to pin it into the comments so that you guys can understand Christopher Merritt and Don Hahn. I want you to understand. I want you to get a feel of what Disney does to people. Okay, they really have a way with people lately. Rivers of America is draining ever so slowly. It is just becoming a bunch of sludge and sewage. It also stinks to high heaven, which was what people were saying. Absolutely. I mean, it's going to stink. It's like low tide, for God's sakes. We have East River here in New York City. When that sucker goes low tide, forget it. We're on the road and we smell it. It is in the air. So if they think that shit's not going to happen down there, it's only going to get worse. So what are you going to do? Give everybody clothespins when they go into the park? Don't mention it. They'll put Disney World on it and they'll be selling those shits for like $10. Anyhow, so I'm going to leave you now with all that little information. I will talk to you soon before my phone dies out again. I will have to clip this together. That's okay. I'm into doing that now. I know how to do it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Leave your comments below. What do you guys think? You thinking of anything? Do you guys even own the book? It's a brand new book. It's on Amazon. I believe it's on Amazon now. It's a $60 book, by the way. I got it for my husband, I should say, got it for $53. So go check that out. You know, usually I don't plug things, but it's a beautiful book though. If you want part of history, if you want to learn about it, even if you've never been to the place, go check it out, okay? Love to all. I will talk to you soon. If anything else interesting pops up, so will I. I think I'm going to make it to the mall because I want to go to Lidl and pick up a few things for this week's shopping and food. They just have good stuff at low prices. They really do, and it's great items. You already know that. All right, love to all. Take care, everybody.